You're watching Connecticut's NBC station, WVIT 30.
Good evening. The Reagan administration has started firing striking air traffic controllers.
You're watching WVIT, Connecticut's NBC station, New Britain, Hartford, Waterbury, New Haven.
30 News, an hour's news in half the time. With Joanne Nesty. Sports Director Mike Crispino. And meteorologist Brad Field with his exclusive forecast. Now live, 30 News.
Good evening. Fresh from a victory over pornography in one Connecticut town.
You're watching WVIT. It's 29 degrees.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ross Joel. Ann Baldwin's off tonight.
You're watching WVIT. It's 35 degrees. Connecticut News Tonight is next.
Good evening. I'm Lisa Jones.
And I'm Anthony Everett. The lead story on Connecticut News Tonight.
WVIT, it's 72 degrees.
Live from WVIT, this is Connecticut News Tonight.
Devastation and at least one fatality attributed to storms that swept throughout Connecticut today, spawning tornadoes, hail, and torrential rains. Good evening, I'm Anthony Everett, live in Waterbury, one of the areas hardest hit by a vicious storm that swept throughout Connecticut today.
Now, live from WVIT Channel 30, Ann Baldwin, Ross Joel, Tony Terzi on sports, and meteorologist Scott Dorval. With Connecticut News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. Our lead story tonight.
Now from WVIT Channel 30, this is Connecticut News.
Good evening. I'm Joanne Nesty.
And I'm Van Hackett. Ahead on Connecticut News.
From WVIT Channel 30, this is Connecticut News at 11 with Joanne Nesty, Van Hackett, Brad Field with the weather, and Beasley Reese on sports.
Good evening. This is Connecticut News, 11 at 11.
Just ahead, the incredible story of how a 10-year-old boy came to his mother's rescue and delivered her baby.
Find out why there were winners after all in last night's big lottery drawing.
And we will show you how Connecticut is helping the hurricane victims celebrate Thanksgiving. But first, our top story is...
Connecticut News 30, voted best newscast by the Associated Press.
Now, live from WVIT Channel 30, this is Connecticut News at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ann Baldwin, and this is Connecticut News 11 at 11.
On Connecticut News 30, straight ahead.
Did a man of God turn greedy, stealing a woman's life savings?
Tonight, this story.
How safe is the water we drink? You may be shocked at the answer.
Plus,
Exclusive live coverage from the Cheers party in Boston.
now, Connecticut News 30, 11 at 11.
It's the end of a television era, and you're watching it live. These are exclusive live pictures from outside the Bull and Finch. That's Jay Leno talking to the crowd.
Now, Connecticut News 30 at 6. Now, Connecticut News 30 at 6.
She was a wonderful girl, very, very sweet, very innocent.
Shock and horror after a young woman is brutally murdered by a man she thought she knew.
Now, Connecticut News 30, 11 at 11. This is a Connecticut News 30 Olympic Update.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage of the Summer Olympics in Atlanta.
Live from NBC30, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. This is Connecticut News Today at 9 a.m. Live from NBC30, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. This is Connecticut News at 11. Live from NBC30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC30 Connecticut News Today at 5 a.m. Live from NBC30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC30 Connecticut News at 5:30.
Exactly. Sign-on bonuses, whatever it takes to get them on board.
Live from NBC30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC30 Connecticut News at 6.
A Connecticut high school teacher faces charges.
Live from NBC30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC30 Connecticut News at 11.
The plows are back in business tonight, cleaning up the latest snowstorm to move across Connecticut. Hi, everybody. The snow started about 5 o'clock, and 2 to 3 inches have already piled up in southwestern portions.
This is NBC30 Connecticut News, live, local, late-breaking, covering Hartford, New Haven, New London, and your hometown.
Welcome back to our program. In December 1998,
This is an NBC30 special presentation. Jim Calhoun, Beyond the Bench.
Hello, my name is Kevin Nathan, and welcome to this special presentation on UConn basketball coach Jim Calhoun.
Live from Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC30 Connecticut News at 6.
3 people shot in a Winterlocks nail salon tonight.
Live from Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC30 Connecticut News at 11.
The winter blast rolls on tonight as we take a live look right now at conditions in Waterbury. Good evening, everybody.
You're watching NBC30, Connecticut's news leader. You're watching NBC30 Connecticut News, always live, local, late breaking. This is an NBC30 Connecticut News special presentation, the Rowland Resignation.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joanne Nesty.
And I'm Terry Brooks, live outside the governor's residence where history is about to be made. The governor will announce his resignation in just a couple of moments.
This is an NBC30 News Today live update from Connecticut's news leader. This is NBC30 News Today at 6 a.m.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Yvonne Nava.
And I'm Brad Drazen. We're also streaming live online at NBC30.com.
Leader, this is NBC30 News at 5:30.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Brooks.
I'm Lisa Carberg. We're also live online at NBC30.com.
Live from Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC30 News at 6.
A deadly accident. A pickup truck plows into a worker in Simsbury.
Now at 11.
Just what happened? Unsealed search warrants shed new light on the deadly New Britain home invasion.
Looking for proof, all 416 children taken in that polygamy raid now must give more than their testimony.
Pirouettes for the Pope. Local dancers are about to give a once-in-a-lifetime performance.
But first tonight, an alert to parents after an attempted abduction in Bristol.
Welcome to Connecticut Newsmakers with Tom Monahan. Your weekly look at the people, issues, and events shaping our state. Starts now on NBC30 News, Connecticut's news leader.
Hi, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us on today's edition of Connecticut Newsmakers.
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC30 Today at 9 a.m. starts now.
Wow. Talk about foliage. That is beautiful. Another beautiful morning, October 12th, 2008. Here's a live look across Waterbury this morning.
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC30 Today at 11 a.m. starts now. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC30 News at 5 starts now. You're watching NBC30, Connecticut's news leader.
Student ingenuity was on full display today at the 15th annual New Haven Science Fair.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut Today at 11. Connecticut's only local news in high definition.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the news at 11, our very first broadcast in high definition.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 5, Connecticut's only local news in high definition.
The New Haven firefighters who gained the national spotlight.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 5:30.
Hi, everybody. It wasn't a hurricane, but it sure felt like one.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 11, Connecticut's only local news in high definition. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Winter weather is coming to Connecticut, and now the rush is on to stock up for the storm.
Live from the NBC Connecticut Media Center, this is NBC Connecticut News.
Live from the NBC Connecticut Media Center, this is NBC Connecticut News.
We are in weather alert mode on this Sunday morning as Connecticut wakes up after an historic October snowstorm.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
This freakish, rare October storm, historic storm, pushes through the state. In fact, it's even picking up in intensity. You're taking a live look right now from Hartford. Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Brooks. We could state the obvious about the snowstorm, but there is absolutely nothing obvious about it.
You're watching NBC Connecticut.
A movie critic who's never actually seen a movie.
Connecticut Newsmakers starts now on NBC Connecticut HD, Connecticut's news leader.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Monahan, and thanks so much for joining us on today's edition of Connecticut Newsmakers.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 6.
Good morning, everybody. Good to have you with us. It is Thursday. I'm Carrie Lee Malin.
And I'm Todd Pyro in for Brad Drazen. Here's what's making headlines.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 10.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aliana Gomez.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
All right, if you look at the feed of some of your favorite celebs.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff Stecker. UConn men's basketball coach Jim Calhoun is preparing for surgery tonight.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
We begin with first alert weather. Be prepared for rain and thunderstorms.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
The future of the Hartford Baseball Stadium could be decided tonight.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11. Right now on NBC Connecticut.
A dog beaten so badly she couldn't even stand, who police say did it, and how the community is coming together to help her recovery.
Counting his blessings.
I said, it's April 1st, maybe, are you telling me a joke? And they said, no, a car backed into your room.
A condo owner came home to find this, a car in his bedroom. How police say it happened.
It'll be a chilly night, but a warm-up is on the way. Find out when in your first alert forecast.
And plans are in the works for a movie about the Boston Marathon bombing. But is it too soon? We have reaction right now.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Tonight, police are looking for the person who did it.
This is an NBC Connecticut Today live update.
Good morning, I'm Heidi Voigt. Time now is 8:56.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5.
And right now on NBC Connecticut Today at 5 a.m., breaking news in Bristol.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Good morning again, everybody. Look at
This is NBC Connecticut News at 4.
The first Arctic blast of the season.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
Winter coats, gloves, and hats. You needed it if you stepped outside today. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night. I'm Dan Corcoran.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Just when we thought we would get a break from the heat, we get hit with another 90-degree day.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
And tonight we are tracking what police say is a fast-moving homicide investigation.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tara Joyce.
And I'm Kevin Nathan. NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carrie Lee Nayland.
And I'm Brad Drazen. NBC Connecticut News starts now.
And it begins with breaking news.
This is an NBC Connecticut First Alert Severe Weather Update.
Good afternoon. I'm Caitlin McGrath with your first alert forecast.
NBC Connecticut at 6 starts right now.
And now at 6, we're getting a break from that heavy rain, but not the humidity. So don't ditch the umbrella just yet. Details on a first alert for some more stormy weather headed our way.
Plus, transportation troubles. Parents in New Britain left scrambling after their children don't come home. What's happened and why it's leaving many with an uneasy feeling.
And construction catastrophe. A homeowner trying to protect his house from storms ends up with a pile of rubble. Why demolition was the only option. A very good morning to you. I'm Shannon Miller.
And I'm Kate Rayner. We begin with a changing forecast.
Right now at 6, businesses have hours before it's lights out in our state, all to help slow the spread of COVID-19. More on the governor's orders straight ahead.
And Hartford stepping up the efforts to make sure every student can still get a meal during this outbreak, and what else the district is handing out now so kids can carry on as close to normal as possible.
Good morning, I'm Ted Collins.
And I'm Heidi Boyd. Thanks for waking up with us on a Monday morning. It's March 23rd.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 4:30.
Crossing your fingers, hope for the best. That's all you can do at that point.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Right now at 5, the stage is set for history to be made.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of Meriden. Police are on the scene after a cruiser appears to have hit a fence.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
And I'm not worried about us overreacting. I'm proud of us being prepared.
Now it's 7. Wondering if storms tonight and tomorrow might knock out your power? So are we. But our meteorologists are digging into some new data showing where those outages are most likely to happen. If you're still a bit traumatized from what Isaias did to Connecticut last year, we get it. We'll take an in-depth look at Tropical Storm Elsa's track and what makes this incoming round of weather different. And they say what you put on social media stays there forever. That includes what some of you said about the Yard Goats as the team's brand was being unveiled 6 years ago.
The Hartford Yard Goats!
Ridiculous, embarrassing, terrible were among the reviews. So what else did you say about the goats back then? It's time for NBC Connecticut News at 7.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching tonight. I'm Dan Corcoran.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Right now at 11, a statue debate in Waterbury. Why some want the Christopher Columbus statue to come down. Others are saying not so fast. Plus, baseball is back in New Britain, but with new rules for fans. The guidelines they're going to have to follow now. But first, another round of storms is heading our way as you look at First Alert Future Radar. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Heideck. Keisha is off tonight. So is it going to dry out in time for the holiday weekend?
This is NBC Connecticut News.
A volunteer swim coach in Plainville is under arrest tonight, accused of secretly recording children.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
And we begin with the first alert for strong winds.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
And we begin with a first alert.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Breaking right now, superstar gymnast Simone Biles has dropped out of 2 more events. Good evening, I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck.
This is an NBC Connecticut News Update.
Good morning, it is 7:26. I'm Heidi Boyd.
Right now it's 6, getting ready for a third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine when people in our state could begin getting those booster shots.
And getting ready for vaccine mandates, what some communities are doing to make it an easier transition, and what people are choosing to test weekly instead of getting the shot need to keep in mind.
And a live look from our camera at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Not an especially pretty picture out there, but could be worse. Anyway, sounds like it's going to be a nice weekend. Meteorologist Bob Maxson has details on that in the First Alert forecast. Good Friday morning. I'm Ted Kopp.
And I'm Heidi Voigt. Happy to be with you on this Friday morning.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 4:30.
Right now on NBC Connecticut Today at 4:30.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5.
Right now at 5 on NBC Connecticut Today, the FDA gives the green light for Pfizer's booster shot.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 6.
Right now on NBC Connecticut Today at 6.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 6:30.
Right now at 6:30 on NBC Connecticut Today, many schools across the state are dealing with a bus driver shortage, and this week it could get even worse. We'll explain why.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 7.
Right now on NBC Connecticut Today at 7.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 7:30.
Right now at 7:30.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 8.
Right now at 8, COVID-19 booster shots are here, but do you qualify to get one?
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 8:30.
Right now at 8:30, wonderful weather to kick off the weekend. Perfect for picking apples or taking one last trip to the beach.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 9.
Parents should expect a little bit more delays than what they've already been experiencing.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 9:30.
Right now at 9:30, thousands of motorcycles, ATVs, and dirt bikes take to the streets of New Haven. A closer look at yesterday's East Coastin' rally and why police say they had to step in.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
All right, check out the weather conditions right now. Humid, muggy out there today.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Right now at 11.
This is CT Live.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to CT Live. I'm Taylor Kinsler.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 4.
Right now at 4, tracking storms. We've had a nice stretch without heavy rain, but
this is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Right now at 5, investigators are back at this assisted living facility one day after 2 workers overdosed. What happens next?
For NBC News,
this is NBC Connecticut News at 5:30.
Now at 5:30.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5:30.
Breaking now at 5:30, a CDC panel approves booster shots for people 65 and older.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
We're following 2 big stories for you.
Now at 7, the decision on whether many will be rolling up their sleeves in the hands of the CDC.
I'm approaching this decision with an interest in doing what's right for the public health.
We've got new information on booster shots and how Connecticut is getting ready for the green light. Plus, it was money that helped pay the bills during the pandemic.
I was upset. I was borrowing money from friends. Thank God I had some friends.
Now the state wants it back. Why they're asking some people who got an unemployment check to return it. And power to the pedestrians.
We want drivers to realize that the road is for all other people.
We're taking a closer look at the new crosswalk safety law taking effect next week. It's time for NBC Connecticut News at 7.
Thanks so much for joining us for the news at 7.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
I just want to feel safe in my own yard.
Right now at 11, searching for a solution to tackle crime, how people are showing up trying to make their communities safer.
She has a whole community of essentially strangers even reaching out to her, offering support.
Plus, strangers stepping up. Neighbors in Marlborough come together after a woman was abducted and assaulted. But we begin with some nasty weather, strong storms turning into downpours in some parts of the state. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us for the news at 11 tonight.
This is NBC Connecticut News.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us here at 4:30.
This is NBC Connecticut News.
Our coverage continues now with that breaking news that we told you about at the top of the hour from.
It's time to face the facts with NBC Connecticut, connecting you to the issues that really matter, setting the record straight on our state's politics, asking newsmakers the tough questions, getting beyond the talking points, fact-checking, and in-depth analysis. This is Face the Facts with NBC Connecticut.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on Face the Facts with NBC Connecticut. I'm Mike Heideck. Ahead this Sunday morning, what do we need most to fix our roads and bridges?
Connecticut News 30, live, local, and late-breaking.